We are flying to Enshima, which is a temple garden inspired island, home of Lauren. And Lauren's on the line. Do you want to say hi?
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so Lauren's on the line to explain a lot of the detail and thought behind our island because it's very meaningful and there's a lot behind everything. So hope you guys like this tour and let's get going. So we've just arrived on the island and I'm going to look at the map first. And you've got a lot of really cool terraforming. And the villagers are Cube, Serrano. I've not seen him before.
Yep. One of my favorites.
He's cool. Zucker, Gladys, Silvana, Dobby, Coco, Lolly, and Genji. Amazing. All right. And Flick is here to play.
Yeah, he's come to greet, apparently.
I love that. Thank you very much for presents. I love that they're
small gifts.
Oh, thank you. I love that they're brown. I feel like they're very on aesthetic theme for you.
Yes, I only wrap with brown.
Ooh, can I wear this now?
Hoard. Oh, yeah, please.
You hoard the brown wrapping paper? Oh, mushrooms.
Yeah.
Thank you. Amazing. And pine cones. These are like my favorite things. Well, I have some brown wrapping paper, so why don't you have that?
Ooh, I will take it.
There's only 2 because I've used some of it, but yeah. Amazing. Okay, your entrance is so gorgeous. Open the map. I love the terraforming you have here. The waterfalls feel so natural. Really,
Thank
really
you.
stunning.
Yeah, I am definitely one of those people who redoes my entrance over and over again, so
I respect that.
It's a fun activity for when you don't know what else to do. Just redo your entrance.
Do you want to lead us around and we'll start observing? Oh, wow, you're so close to resident services.
I know. It's another thing I dislike.
But the stone lines there look cool. Oh, all this is really beautiful. I love how natural everything feels with like the foliage and the trees and all the mushrooms around. And this cut down bamboo shoot. Very cute.
Yeah, so my museum was actually inspired by a museum in Japan that I really love called the Chichu Art Museum. It's on a little island called Naoshima that I've been to only once, unfortunately, but it's really, really beautiful. And the museum there is one of my favorite museums. So looks a little bit like that, although not quite as nice.
Amazing. I love that. If you have inspo pictures, I can insert them into the video.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I can send them on.
Sweet. All right. So we've got a cute little beach here. Wow. Yeah. I love how natural everything feels. And I like these little mats in front of the houses as well. That's cute. All right. And then a little pumpkin patch. That's cute. What's over here?
This is so in Japanese gardens, so my island is inspired by temples and gardens that I visit in Japan, so I used to live there, and I have been to over 300 temples and shrines in Japan. It's a little bit of an obsession of mine, and often in seasons like spring and fall, they'll set up these little rest areas where you can get tea and sweets and just kind of sit and enjoy the garden, and so I knew I had have my own little tea and sweets area for my garden.
That's so cute. And these sweets are so Japanese. Like I forget what this, like the fish.
Yeah, those are taiyaki.
Yes, I love those.
And then dango, which are my favorite. I love mitarashi dango.
Nice. Amazing. All right. I love that build. So beautiful. Where next?
I guess I can go up here to Abel's.
I like how you do your paths. You've got like some of the patchworks, but they're really like they feel really natural.
I spend a lot of time on paths. I literally 2 days, every few days I'm like, oh, maybe I should switch it out for a slightly different version.
That's great. I don't have patience for that. I really admire that.
I get pretty frustrated sometimes, but it's fun, so
But this is beautiful. Love all these little outfits around. That's cute.
Yeah, some of which are made by my very talented friend, Una, who does amazing kimonos, so highly recommend. Her handle is isle_1. She makes the most beautiful kimonos.
Amazing. And I love this water code I saw on Twitter, and it's so cool. Like, it's so realistic.
Yeah, and there's one for every month. Well, sometimes there's more than one for every month so that you can match the grass. It's so
oh,
good.
Wow. I thought it was just for every season. I didn't realize every month.
No, there's even, they have every single grass tone. So sometimes the grass will change twice in a month, and sometimes it'll change only once. And so, yeah, you can switch it out.
Amazing. Hats off. This is so beautiful, all of this, how smooth it all transitions. And there's a lovely view up here.
Yeah, there's a lot of great accidental views.
That's impressive. I tried to build in a lot of intentional views, and then they'd like always get blocked by a tree or something.
Yeah, I'm not good at knowing exactly how things will turn out. I kind of just go with the flow.
All right. Okay. So moving along here, we've got a smooth little walkway here. I love how you've used all these bushes and the hedges in combo. And hopping along here. The rocks also feel very nicely integrated into everything.
Oh, I hate that rock.
But it feels natural.
Yeah, it's okay. It just blocks my way a little bit.
Fair. So we got a little fish market here.
Yeah, this area was inspired by actually a couple areas that I spend a lot of time in. So I have some good friends who lived in an area called Atami, which is kind of on the coast south of Tokyo. I lived in Tokyo, so it was kind of close to Tokyo.
Cool.
And it's known for its dried fish, so lots of dried fish racks here. But there's a little island nearby that's really famous for its seafood. So just made a little area inspired by that and my time there.
I've never figured out how to use the wave breakers. They look kind of...
I love them because they're really common in Japan, and so they really, and I'm weirdly obsessed with them. My friends actually even bought me wave breaker shaped soap when I moved away from Japan.
Really?
Because I'm so obsessed with them. So I kind of threw a few because they just remind me of Japan.
That's awesome. I don't think I've seen them before, so that's really cool.
They have different shapes. There's different ones that they'll put around.
Ah, okay. This path is cool. Feels like we're walking through the mountains.
Yeah, I don't know. I love these termite mounds. This area was kind of inspired by how beautifully Doni Oman from Askio decorates his beaches. So that's my little tribute to him.
Oh, I love that. I toured him just yesterday.
Yeah. His island is just, all his islands are just insane.
I mean, yours too, but yeah, I don't know how he's done 3.
It's just too fast.
Yeah.
Making us all look bad.
This is beautiful. It feels very classy.
It's I just need to put as many mush items around as possible.
Yeah, I hear that. I was so desperate for the mush items for so long. Okay, so we've got a little spa area, a cherry blossom spa area.
My little rock onsen. I just miss going to onsens.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell like this game is Japanese because of how many onsen items there are.
It's so Japanese. This is actually why I play this game. I didn't realize, I'm not an OG Animal Crosser. I didn't realize that Animal Crossing was a Nintendo game, which is really sad. Until this game came out, and as soon as I learned that, I was like, oh, this game must be very Japanese, and it is so Japanese in so many ways, so I love that.
And you were saying you lived in Japan for quite a few years.
I did, yeah. I lived in Tokyo for a couple years, and it was great, but now I'm back in California.
Oh.
Now I'm trapped here and can't even go back.
Yeah, well, yeah. we're all trapped. So this is Coco's house. I love the mix of flowers you have. They're just so well complemented and really, they feel very wild but beautiful.
I have an overabundance of flowers.
I'm all for that. Just such nice terraforming all over the place. Like you have a lot of very natural beauty. And then along these waterfalls, I love how you have these two bridges here. That's so gorgeous.
Yeah, I love these bridges. I overuse them. They're so beautiful.
They really are. And cute little library here, very adorable. And this yellow leaf pile on the color of your island is so perfect.
I know, I love it. I love the leaf piles.
Yeah, they're so satisfying to run across. Oh wow.
They're just very difficult to place in exactly the right. Oh yeah, there's a pretty good accidental view there.
Ooh, and all those mushroom lamps. So gorgeous. Love it. Okay, sorry, you were saying something about leaf piles.
Oh, they're really difficult to place in specific spots.
Yeah, they're so big.
Yeah, they're a really awkward size.
This house is really cute. I love the all these brown little items around it.
It's Serrano's house.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, his house is beautiful.
It is a very cute house.
Yeah,
it feels very on theme as well. Oh, and I just noticed this little farm with the tiniest stump.
Yeah, I love the tiny stumps.
They are so adorable. I never think of doing them because, like, you can't have cliffs and water near them, so I just like forget. But
yes, cute. I'm known for carrying around trees everywhere I go just to sprinkle around. So I've almost always got some trees in my pocket.
Why not? All right. So are we hopping over here?
Yeah, we could hop over here.
Perfect.
Just a little waterfall area.
Again, more stunning terraforming. So beautiful. You do it in a way that feels really, really natural. And is this like when you work on an area, is it based on inspiration or do you just come up with it yourself?
A little bit of a mix. A lot of areas are inspired by real places that I've been to in Japan. I was very lucky to be able to, while I was living there, to travel around a lot. And I also actually split my time there still. So I spend most of the year in California, but a few months of the year in Japan. So I get to see a lot of really beautiful nature there. And so I try to incorporate a lot of that into my island. Very
cool. All right, where to next?
I guess we'll go this way.
Yeah.
Go along.
Lovely. It's so cool that you can spend so much of your time in another location.
Yeah, I'm very lucky that I have a lot of flexibility in my job and I can kind of work from wherever. Although the hours when I'm trying to keep U.S. hours while I'm in Japan can be
must be
pretty brutal.
Yeah.
January was not a month that I slept very much.
I was gonna say, like, what a night owl. This is gorgeous. Is this like a thrift market, or I see?
Yeah, this is a little antique market. I collect antique Japanese pottery and just like Japanese antiques in general. So I had to give myself a little antique market.
I love it.
Like, yeah, I just love antiques so much because they have so much character and history. So
yeah, for sure. Okay, which way should we go?
Go this way.
Awesome. And you do pottery yourself, right?
I do, yeah. I actually started learning while I was living in Tokyo, so I do Japanese style pottery.
That's amazing.
Meaning I turn the wheel the opposite direction than Western potters.
I didn't know that was the main difference.
It's not the main difference, I would say. Like, there's a lot of kind of, just stylistic differences. Like, I think in Japan they really value imperfection and sort of the process of learning is quite different, as I learned. But that's that's one of the things that stands out for Western potters when they go to Japan is they're like, oh, the wheels are going the other direction.
That's really cool. I love this flower line pathway and how you have so many different color tones of flowers, but it all feels really natural and like organic to your island theme and style. Really
and it looks like it's been raining because some of them have definitely multiplied.
Yeah. Okay, I'm tempted to go down here.
Yeah, we can come down here. This is the campsite.
Oh, wow. So I saw your post about this. So this was inspired by Melissa. Is it?
Yeah.
Pagoda? Yeah, like the color tones of the flowers.
Yeah, it's definitely inspired by Pagoda and Melissa's amazing Poppy Canyon, which is just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm also from California, so I thought it would be fun to give myself a little California.
I love it. So pretty. And I love this little beach dining area and so many pillows all around. It's really, really cute. But yeah, this is just such a lovely beach area. It's quite hard to decorate the beach as well. And this is, just really lovely. All right. Ooh, little painting area. Love it. And then lounging over here. Very cute.
Yeah, painting at sunrise feels like a peaceful thing to do.
For real, definitely. And I like the stripy patterns you have around these areas.
Oh yeah, I'm always collecting fabric patterns.
And I'm so obsessed with little socks dropped everywhere.
I love the little socks.
Right? I'm actually obsessed, and I don't fully know why, but this one in particular is so cute. I really love the pattern.
Yeah. It's because in Japan you take your shoes off everywhere you go.
Yeah.
I think people in Japan are just like more focused on socks than other cultures. That's my theory.
I appreciate that
all the time.
Yeah, I prefer no shoe situations for sure. Oh wow, this is pretty. This is the best use of this bamboo grass I've seen.
So that's funny because Tanabata, the holiday that's associated with this bamboo grass, is about these kind of these sort of celestial star-crossed lovers. And so I thought, I wanted a little stargazing area, of course, because who doesn't want to, wish on some stars.
Yeah.
And I just thought it would be appropriate to make it kind of Tanabata themed, since they're kind of these celestial, the mythology is very celestial, so I threw them in here.
I love that. That's perfect. It feels very mystical. I just noticed this. Is this a stingray?
I think that's a horseshoe crab.
Or a horseshoe crab.
I forget what it's called in English.
It's crazy how it moves. That's cool.
Yeah, it actually flips over. If you click on it, it'll flip over.
Whoa! What?
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's
and then
so
I think it'll
weird.
flip back over. Oh yeah, there it goes.
That is so weird.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I don't know how I think I just put one down once accidentally because I needed to store it somewhere. And I was like, that is weird.
That is wild. That is so alien. Is that like a deep sea thing or is that a fishing thing?
Yeah. No, it's a dive. It's like a diving creature. Oh wait, is it? I think it's a creature you dive for. Yeah.
Okay, crazy. Cool. Awesome.
My little orchard and Dobie's house.
Oh, very cute. I love a good orchard, and this is really, really pretty and well integrated with the house. Yeah, so gorgeous. Everything just flows so naturally. It feels like very realistic, but very pretty. Amazing.
If you come this way, oh wow, I've really got an explosion of flowers over here. If you come this way, there's like a little view. It's sort of peek in the area.
Oh, so pretty. I also love this light where you can see kind of like the silhouette of the trees and some of the color. So beautiful.
Yeah, I love early morning. It's definitely my favorite time of day.
I love how many crickets you have all around as well.
I love the crickets.
The cage is so pretty.
They're so pretty, and they sound really cute too. You can hear them kind of chirping, and
yeah, yeah, really adorable.
I guess we can come all the way back here.
All right. So we got some cute pumpkin items. The white pumpkin items work really well on your island.
Yeah, the orange ones unfortunately don't work the greatest, but but I've been trying to incorporate some Halloween spirit and some fall stuff.
And so we've got a strawberry patch here.
Yeah, a little strawberry patch, which pansies were like because my native flower were roses, and pansies are kind of like the sister flower, and so as soon as I saw red pansies, I was like, they look like strawberries. So even though I don't really like the red flowers, I kept these pansies around for months waiting to find the right spot to put a little strawberry patch.
Oh, that's perfect. And you have to pick them and then let them grow a little bit, is it?
Yeah, these are, I think, like basically buds. So either you can run on them and then they'll become, if you run on them, they'll break into this stage. If you pick them, they'll be like stage before.
Right, and then
white looking. So
right.
Yeah, grow. So either way.
I mean, running seems more satisfying.
It's definitely kind of satisfying, but hilariously, of course, when you don't want to destroy a flower and you run on it, it breaks immediately. But when you do want to, it takes a really long time.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This bonsai tree area.
Little plant shop. Yeah. I never grew bonsai myself because they are too much work for me. But I did grow a lot of plants in Japan because I am a plant obsessed person. So just had to give myself a plant shop.
So pretty, and you've got such beautiful codes all around this area. I barely keep plants alive, but I'm striving to be a better person about it.
A lot of learning how to grow plants is killing plants, unfortunately.
It's like, not watering them or taking care of them means they die. Okay, lesson learned.
And if you come back here, it's my house.
Awesome. Oh, wow. This bamboo grove is cool.
Yeah, so this is inspired by Kamakura, which is a sort of old town near Tokyo that is one of my favorite places, and it's really known for its hydrangeas. And obviously they're not in bloom now, but there are tons of hydrangea bushes over there, kind of inspired by some of my favorite hydrangea viewing spots.
Oh, that's so pretty. I love this mix of pathing. This is very cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm all about the mixing. This is my little pottery studio, my outdoor pottery
amazing. So cute.
Dream is to have my own home pottery studio. So I was like, well, I'm giving myself one in the game at least.
Yeah, why not, right? I guess would the trickiest bit be getting a kiln indoors, or? Yeah,
it requires obviously quite a lot of energy, and you have to have it all wired up correctly and that kind of stuff. So it's not a super small undertaking. It's definitely possible. Lots of people have home studios, but I haven't quite breached the work necessary to hire an electrician to rewire my house electricity.
Yeah, that's an undertaking for sure. But that was beautiful, really gorgeous. I love a double rug.
Yeah, lots of little picnic spots on my island.
Gorgeous. And I really love how many of your amber and brown trees there are. It's so pretty. Okay, so is this like a temple or?
Yes, this is a shrine. So most of my island is, I would say, more inspired by Buddhist temples, but Shintoism is also obviously the sort of endemic religion to Japan before Buddhism was introduced. And so a lot of times in temples, Buddhist temples, you'll find actually little shrines, and in shrines you'll find little Buddhist temples sort of on the grounds. And so I wanted to give myself a tiny Shinto shrine over here. It's called a hokura. And it's just tucked away in the corner, like also a shrine. So that's
amazing. I love that. So pretty as well. I don't know the difference, but I also know very little about religion in general.
So, I mean, Buddhism obviously like originated in India, and Shintoism is basically like a pagan religion in Japan. So they believe that there's kind of gods in every item, even non-living items, like gods for just about anything. And so it's sort of an animist religion, like very, very kind of, pre-Buddhism, and then Buddhism was introduced like through China, and sort of took over. But it's kind of lived alongside Shintoism in Japan, so they don't really compete necessarily, but they like sort of almost have kind of melded together in a lot of ways.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's definitely just like a really interesting subject.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so this area. This is your moss area, isn't it?
Yeah, this is my moss garden, inspired by a temple in Kyoto, actually, that I really love. It's a little garden that's not super well known, but it's in a pretty famous temple. But I absolutely love this garden. And then this restaurant here that we're sitting in to view it is Shojinryori restaurant, which is a Buddhist cuisine. So it's like a vegetarian cuisine restaurant.
Nice.
To sort of have a nice Buddhist meal and watch the garden.
Amazing. I love that. And I really like how you use the bamboo. Is it the stopper or bamboo?
Yeah, it's a stop block. Yeah.
Stop block as kind of like a border here. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's actually what they're for. That's what they
really
stand for. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
I just saw the item and I was like, I don't know what you are.
Yeah, it's definitely not necessarily super easy to know that, but I just am obsessed with Japanese gardens, so I have to know that.
So it prevents you from passing through an area, but it's like short.
Yeah, it's basically just like a marker that says, exactly. Like they don't want to necessarily put a fence there because it would like block your view or sort of prevent you from, seeing too much, but. Yeah, it just kind of says, hey, don't go beyond here.
Oh, very smart. I also like that there isn't an emphasis on like stopping you from falling, because we're all adults, most of us.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like you can fall if you're dumb.
Yeah. Oh, little baby trees. And this is your tree view, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is inspired by, actually I've kind of combined two different areas. So down there is sort of this area inspired by this shrine in Kyushu, but up here is inspired by an area in Sendai called Yamadera, which literally means temple mountain, because it's this whole mountain that's just covered in temples.
Wow.
So as you make your way up the mountain, there's just temple after temple, Buddhist temple, and you can kind of go from temple. It was, as someone who's a really big temple nerd, it was a very fun experience for me to go.
That is so cool.
15 temples in one day.
Yeah, I mean that's like a bonanza. And I just love how you placed all your trees and the bushes. It feels really, really organic and really full and lush and stunning. What's the significance of the rocks?
So that's actually the other area that's kind of incorporated there. So down there, and we can go down and see it from down below too. So down there is inspired by this shrine in Kyushu, which is actually all the way kind of southern western area of island of Japan. And there's this shrine that is famous for this myth where the goddess of the sun once got angry at her brother and hid, and so the world was completely dark. And so all the other gods gathered in this cave to sort of strategize about how to get her to come out. And that area down there is supposed to be the cave. And if you go there now, people who come visit the cave basically pile these little rocks on top of each other as sort of a sort of a form of meditation, sort of a form of prayer, and also I think just copying other people who, you know, you're like, oh, I see a pile of rocks, I want to make a pile of rocks.
That's very cool.
Yeah, and so it's a really, really beautiful little cave, and just like a cool spot. So that's my little tribute.
I love that. There's like, just makes me think of the penguins that gather stones to make their love nest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, if you go there, I mean, it's just tons and tons and tons of little piles of pebbles.
Very cute. All right.
We should go this way. Sorry, we're looping back a lot.
No worries. It gives me another chance to see the beauty that is everything.
So if we go through here, just like my DIY area where I build things.
Very cute.
Ooh. And if we go through here, here's another garden.
Lovely. This is a cool code.
Oh yeah, it's just a one square moss, but I laid it on top of dirt, so I like made that shape and then down.
Oh yeah, this is I remember you posting about this.
Yeah, this is also inspired by a garden in Kyoto that I really, really love. So this is one of my favorite it's definitely a walking garden, so you walk through. And then a lot of people don't find this, but there's a secret little path over here. Mm-hmm. I feel like most people don't find it, and you can come over here.
Wow, so gorgeous.
Secret picnic spot.
Oh, adorable. And again, just like the beauty, the natural beauty of everything is just so stunning. And all the different rock items and the different heights of the trees. It's so cute. I'm also really impressed by how good the blue and purple flowers look on your island. I guess they're like contrasting colors, but I wouldn't naturally have assumed they would work in autumn.
Another little meditation area.
Oh wow, that view.
Waterfall.
Amazing. And I love those little lanterns all around, like the bamboo ones, and then I can't remember, like the paper lantern, I think. Mm-hmm. So pretty. Gorgeous.
Just another like random tea spot, just like a little tea house.
Yeah, why not? There are a lot of tea houses.
There are. I absolutely love tea and sweets in Japan because they're not too sweet.
Yeah.
And they're like really subtle, and they really focus on kind of like fresh ingredients. So I'm really obsessed.
Yeah, definitely. I love a good mochi.
Yeah. So this is that view from down below.
Oh yeah. So cute, all these little rocks. Amazing. This area must have taken so many rocks to build.
It was a lot of rocks. We go over here to my weed field, my favorite item in the game.
Oh, so pretty. Especially the fall weeds are just so stunning.
They're the best. They're amazing. I've been waiting for fall this entire year just to do it in this game.
Yeah, it's like, is it like pampas grass?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's pampas grass, and then like a couple other weeds sort of underfoot.
So pretty.
I just love them so much. They're so fall-like.
And I love how you tucked a little piano area here. Really cute. I just think that would be a gorgeous area to play. Lovely.
Yeah,
and then along this way?
Yep, you can go along the secret little back here.
And this is what we viewed. Gorgeous.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
And then if we make it back here.
So cute.
Oh yeah, my secret beach.
Just the little ducks here.
Yeah, I love the decoy ducks. They're really cute. I would do some more.
Yeah.
It took me a really long time to get the DIY. I didn't get it for a long time.
Okay. Beautiful. Up here?
Yeah, if you can go up here, you can see, so this is my Yakushima cedar forest. So Yakushima is a little island off the coast of Kyushu, and it's known for its cedar forest, and it's also known for being the inspiration for the film Princess Mononoke.
Okay, very cool.
Of course, they're like just amazing moss-covered old growth cedar.
Yeah.
So I want to make my own little version there. I got to go there one year, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and it was absolutely gorgeous.
This is so beautiful. I love the different codes you have all around on the dirt and the water puddles and the different heights of the trees, and having that Stonehenge back there. It's all just like, feels like an adventure. Okay.
And we can make our way around here.
Yeah. Back on down. And so when you're building an area, do you like start with an idea from your travels and areas that you love, or do you kind of see an area and then try to think what works?
A kind of a mix of both. So sometimes there's some things that I was like, I absolutely have to have this on my island. Like I know, I'm just so inspired by these kind of memories that I have and places I've been that I just know I want to make that. Like, for example, like the little tiny shrine, like just because, having this sort of Buddhist temple themed garden and then knowing that I really wanted that tiny shrine, but I didn't necessarily know where I wanted it. So I sort of like looked out for a place I could put it. So there's a kind of a mix of that. And then sometimes, I see a beach and I'm just like, oh, well, this, I just feel like it would be really fun to do kind of like an Atami themed area. So then I kind of go with that. So it's sort of a mix of both. I'm definitely not like a pre-planner. I tried to at the beginning, like make a whole plan for my island and be like, oh, I want this and I want this and I want that. And then like 60% of it just like never ended up materializing because I just like, who knows what's going to happen. So so some areas I have kind of like, I know I want to make, like the Yakushima cedar forest, I knew I wanted to make kind of from the beginning. But it took me a really long time to figure out where I wanted to put it and how I wanted to do it. And who knows, I might just tear it down and redo it again and do it in a slightly different way. So I think that's one of the fun things about this is I try to not get too attached to anything and sort of go with the flow.
Yeah, I love that. Very cool. All right, so up here.
This was an area I knew I wanted from the beginning. So this is my little Zen garden. This little Kare Sansui, our little classic Zen rock garden.
Oh my gosh, it's actually so Zen. Because I think, I mean, for a lot of players, when you see the Japanese-inspired items, you think Zen garden, but like, I think if you don't really have a lot of engagement with it, you don't really know what they would look like. But this like feels so authentic.
Well, this one is actually, all of my Zen gardens are inspired by actual Zen gardens that I've visited. And so this one is like, I tried to really like recreate the garden that I was in. And one of the things that I really loved about visiting so many temples and gardens is I got to really, learn a little bit more about sort of the philosophy behind it and the concepts and kind of like how the gardens are designed. So I really wanted to like incorporate a lot of that into it. So, like one of the things I love to talk about is that you do not enter a Zen garden. So like doing things like standing on the sand or whatever would be totally impossible. So, using like things like the stop blocks or whatever were very important to me to kind of maintain that sense of the feeling of actually being there.
Yeah, for sure. That's amazing. Yeah, and I think that's like a good part of what makes all of your builds feel so realistic is they're just really authentic to the inspiration. That's really cool.
Let's see. So if we make it this way, man, there's really just a lot of extra flowers today.
It's beautiful though.
I haven't been playing on my island the last few days as much, so I've been just logging in and going to Harv's Island, so things are happening and I'm not paying attention.
I know that feeling. This view is stunning.
Yeah, so this is another real place, inspired by this temple in Nara, which is a prefecture just south of Kyoto. A lot of people go to Nara city, but not a lot of people kind of venture outside the city, and I think there's really beautiful areas kind of all over Nara prefecture, and this temple that I've been to is one of them. And so I kind of tried to recreate this view that you have of the pagoda at the temple. If you stand on one side of the temple, you can like look over this sort of small valley and see the pagoda in the distance. So
that's really amazing. I love that. And the different trees you've used, and the lanterns and the weeds and everything. It's just so beautiful. I also like the swing fence trick.
Oh yes, by the inimitable Joe. I feel like Joe did it first, and everybody is just following in her footsteps. But yeah, now that I don't have my beautiful harvest fences, this is all I get.
Oh right, yeah, because you had such gorgeous harvest fences all over the place. I remember from photos. So it's such a shame that it's gone.
I know. I love those fences so much. It would be great if they bring them into the game, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're just going to do what they're going to do, isn't it? Another beautiful view.
Yeah. Accidental view.
And that moon in the background. Oh, so gorgeous. All right.
I think that might pretty much be it if you make it back that way. You can... Oh, I guess we never went in my house. I don't know if you want to do that or not.
It's up to you.
We can if you want. It is decorated, so we can go in there.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's so beautiful. I think everything just feels so true to what you're inspired by, and it adds so much depth.
Thank you. I'm glad it comes through. It's definitely it's been a labor of love.
I can tell, definitely, for sure. And like everything feels very thought out. Yeah. Very cool. And were you always interested in Japanese culture when you were growing up, or it was just...
I mean, not sort of probably as much as many people. I'm not like, into anime or anything like that, or sort of even, like necessarily been a long student of the culture. I actually went to Japan. Oh, did I miss you? Oh, there you are.
I'm in.
Oops, I just walked out. Okay. I just always wanted to visit Japan, and the first time I went, just felt so at home there and just loved my time there. And I have a lot of friends there, and so I don't know, I just felt like I just want to try living here, and it took me a few years to get there, a few years to sort of muster up the courage to say I'm moving there, but yeah, finally did, and it was a great time. It was a huge learning experience for me.
I love that. That's so special. Okay, your house is beautiful. I love how it feels like kind of minimalist, but really well decorated as well. And all the bamboo items you have, like with the partition and the decoration on the wall. So pretty.
I love beige, if no one can tell. It's my thing.
For someone who loves beige, you have a lot of colorful flowers though, so...
I know, because they don't have that. Uncolored. I really liked breeding, so I bred all my flowers myself, and I didn't time travel either, and it was
wow. That's impressive.
Felt really strongly that I wanted to do in the game because I love plants so much. So I bred them, and then I was so attached to them that it's hard for me to get rid of them. So, it's so colorful.
Oh, I see. That's cool. I mean, I think they're really gorgeous, and they complement your beige.
Yeah, it's my one show of color. Yeah, and I guess a lot of the layout and the way that I did my house was actually inspired by. So my rep's name is Ozu, and I named her after one of my favorite film directors, Yasujiro Ozu, and he is really well known for just extremely well thought out cinematography and sort of production design, where his shots sort of showcase different parts of a house, and throughout the film you might sort of see different angles of the house and sort of get a sense for the interior layout of a house, and I'm just like super, super inspired by that. So a lot of my house is kind of inspired by sort of ideas in his films, and definitely the biggest giveaway is this red pot here. Ozu is known for, in his color films, almost always having one little pop of red in his every shot. So there's little pops of red around my house that are like inspired by his films.
That's very cool. I could see how that would complement the more monochrome color palette otherwise. So that's a really nice touch.
This is my kitchen.
Oh, so cute. It's very rustic.
It's a little traditional, old school Japanese kitchen.
Yeah, it feels very warm and cozy with the hearth and the different fire items. I can't remember what that cooker thing is. The camp cooker.
Oh, clay furnace.
Yeah, the clay furnace. That thing.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, so cute. Really love it. Beautifully beige. And there's a red item up here.
Yeah, a little tomato can. I think there's probably one or two rooms that don't have the pop of red yet, because I really struggle with my interiors. I don't know. It doesn't feel I don't flow as much when I'm decorating indoors, because there's like too many angles.
Yeah, I agree. I find the interiors harder. And there's some people who just like excel at the interiors, but then don't do that much outside. It's interesting. But yeah, it's like a different challenge, I think.
Yeah, I feel limited by the items more, I think, indoors. Like I want things that don't exist.
Yeah, no, for sure.
More beige, please. More beige furniture items, please.
This is beautiful. Love this bathroom. Feels very chill.
Just a nice
cozy.
Place to have a soak.
Yeah. Big long dip.
This is my little bedroom.
Oh, so cute. I've not seen this flooring before. Really cute.
I can't remember what it's called. Oops. I don't want to sleep. No.
But yeah, all these, you've got gorgeous beige items. Like those kimonos are so gorgeous, and the different dresses. And I love these kimono stands and the different futons you have here in that color way. Do they come like this, or can you customize them?
They're customized. Yeah, this is like a custom. I just customize it to be. There's a bunch of colors, and then I just customize it to have a.
I did not know you could customize them. Huh.
Yeah. It's very useful.
I feel I would have used it a lot more otherwise, because the in-game colors are quite bright.
They're really bright, yeah.
Yeah, so they don't work on even my island, which is quite bright as well. But yeah.
And I guess we can come upstairs. My little office.
Yeah. And
plant nook.
So much art, so pretty. Oh yeah, and loads of art, really gorgeous. I like this little study that you have over on this side. It all feels so realistic and lived in, but very, very clean. Beautiful. I have a tendency to overload my interiors because it's just so easy to add items.
Yeah.
You can just like access your whole storage. So I'm just like, right, fill every wall with everything. When
Totally. Yeah. I have that impulse, but then the other thing that like really bothers me is I want to be able to get around the room. Mm-hmm. And I've found that it's really easy to block off areas. You put down an item and you can no longer like walk past or whatever, which like really bothers me because I'm like, I just want to be able to step over this. So I tried to limit myself so that I can access the room. But even then, there's like sometimes there's like a book in the way of something, and I'm like, I can't get around this book.
Yeah, I do wish there were more items that you could walk over, like the scattered papers and the leaf piles and stuff. Because some things you figure you can step over a book. That happens. Oh, cute.
Yeah, it's just a little kind of tea / my pottery storage. This is actually inspired by this museum in Kyoto. There's this tiny little museum that is not very well known, that if you go up to the top floor, it's kind of like this roof that has an opening in this, like a big huge skylight, and there's like this Zen rock garden like on the roof, like kind of on the top level of the floor.
That's amazing.
And there's this beautiful like maple tree that's growing there. And obviously you can't plant trees indoors, so I don't get to have a tree inside, but I gave myself a little moss garden inside my little tea area.
Yeah, and it works so well together, and I love all the little pots you have and the little greenery back here and the climbing wall trick, but you have the wardrobe behind, which is a nice way to add depth to them. That's cool.
I was just trying to block the because obviously inside you can move or toggle around the room and like see the back of the climbing wall. So I was like, I want to block the colorful climbing wall pieces.
Yeah.
Totally do it, but that was my.
It blocks enough.
It blocks most of it. Yeah, it's not so bad.
Nice, so beautiful. Love it. And then is that everything?
That's my house. That's it.
Oh, so gorgeous. Thank you so much for the tour. It was like a crash course into Japanese temples and religion and beliefs and everything. So yeah, I feel like way more cultured after that chat. And thank you so much for like being on the call with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour. If people want to follow you, how do they find you, Lauren?
I'm mostly on Instagram, so my handle is at Atsumori, ATSUMORI.OZU, and yeah, so I'm on Insta. I'm on Insta a little too much, but I'm there, and my dream address is there too. So if you want to come visit, please feel free.
Amazing. Okay, so guys, follow Lauren, go to her dream, and enjoy. Hope you like this tour. Give it a little thumbs up, subscribe for more, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, guys.